Nishmas Etta Bechoros Mishna Hey Shtei Noshim Shel Shnei Anoshim, two separate families. Shaloi Bichru, neither of the ladies had children. The Yoldu Shnei Zcharim, each of them had a boy, and the children get mixed up. Zen Oisin Chamish Shloim L'Kayin, V'Zen Oisin Chamish Shloim L'Kayin. Each father has to be paida his son, whichever one it is, for 5 slime. Meis Echabihan, if one of the children die within 30 days. Im lekayin echa nasnu, if they had each paid the 5 slime to one kayin, yakselahem chamish slime. So Himamanashach doesn't get both of them because one of them died. So therefore he has to give back to them 5 slime. Rashi says v'yichalku shnei avos, and the 2 fathers will split it. The Gemara asks, why can't the kayin tell each one that it's not you, it's the other one? So each one, he could be madche. So the Gemara says, Amar Shmuel b'ba b'harsha. We're talking about that the 2 fathers made up between each other. One wrote like a authorization for the other one to collect on behalf of him. So now that person is able to be Teves Memanavshach. If my son is the one that was nifter, so then give me because of the of me, and if it was the other person's son, so give me because of my friend. I have a harsha. However, the Mishnah says in l'shnei koyanim nasnu, if it was the 2 separate koyanim, eini yechol lahitzim yadeh, then neither of the fathers could be mitzvah from either one of the koyanim, because each koyan could be madcha that it's not mean. I'm the koyan that took the chamishlam from the child that's still alive. Zachar and Nekeva, in these 2 families, let's say one had a boy and one had a girl. So then, ha'avis peturim, both fathers are pater, because each one could say, I'm the father of the girl. V'haben chayav liftei sesatzmai. But that son, when he gets older, he has to be paid himself, because it doesn't make a difference which family he came from. He himself never had opinion aben. Shtei nekeves v'zachar, shnei zacharim v'shtei nekeves. Let's say each family had a nekeva. And the Gemara points out that over here, since it's 2 different families, even if only one family had a nekeva, and we don't know which family had a nekeva, so then each family could pater themselves, and therefore, in kan l'koyin klum, the father is not going to get anything. Mishna vav, achas bikra v'achas shaloi bikra shel shtei anashim. Again, 2 families, but over here, one of the mothers had already given birth. So her child, even if it's a zachar, is not going to be chayiv in pidyon aben. So now, yoldu shnei zcharim, even if they have 2 males, the husband of the wife that had already given birth is pater. And zashaloi bikra ishtoi, the husband of the wife whose wife had never given birth, noisin chamish shlam l'koyin, he has to give 5 slum, even though he doesn't know which child is his. But he knows his wife never had a child, so he has to give 5 slum. Zachar and nekeva, if one had a zachar and one had a nekeva, in kan l'koyin klum, because he could say that his wife had the nekeva. So that's the end of the sugyas of children getting mixed up, that you don't know which is which. Now the Mishnah continues with a new halacha. Meis haben b'seich shloishim yoyim. If the child dies within 30 days, afal pishin nasan l'koyin, even though you had already given the 5 slime to the koyin, yachsaloi chamish slime, the koyin has to give back the 5 slime because the child was a nefel and he wasn't mechuyev in pinyin haben until the 30th day. La'achar shloishim yoyim, but if he only died after 30 days, then afal pishin loi nasan yitain. Then, even though you didn't give yet, you have to give, because once it's 30 days, then you're mechuyev in pidyon haben. Even though the child died, but the child died after 30 days. Now the Mishnah says, meis b'shloishim, let's say he died exactly on day 30, so then it's machlokes. Tanakama says, ki yoyim shalafanav. The Gemara says he learns it out from mi ben chodesh u'lamayla, by the parsha of Pedias Bechar. So just like over there is Lamaila only more than 30 days, over here also only more than 30 days, but on day 30 itself you're not chayiv in pidyon ben. Rabbi Akiva was mesupik, and therefore in nasan lo yitov im lo nasan lo yitin. If you already gave it, then you don't get it back, but if you didn't give it yet, then you don't have to give it. Now there's a new halacha in the Mishnah, so there's a bunch of different halachas in this Mishnah, a new subject, meis ha'av b'seich shmini shloshim. Let's say the father died within 30 days, and we don't know if he gave pidyon ben. So, Rashi explains, based on the Gemara in Baba Metzia on Daf Kuf Gimel, that before the Zman, a person doesn't pay. On the day of the Zman, the Gemara over there declares. But if it's la'achar shloshim yom, once it's after 30 days, then we assume he pays. Unless there's a raya fa keret. And the last halacha in the Mishnah is hu liftais u'benoi liftais. Let's say he has a mitzvah opinion aben, and he also has a mitzvah opinion aben to be paid to his son. No one was ever paid to him, and no one was paid to his son. So the Gemara over here speaks out. Everyone agrees that if all you have is 5 slime, then avada, your mitzvah comes before your son's mitzvah. Mitzvah didei adif. The machlokes over here in this mission is going to be in a case where you have 10 slime. 5 of the slime are mishubin, means you don't have them liquid, but the kohen could collect it from people that you had sold property to. And 5, you have liquid in front of you, b'nei chayri. And on that, the Tanakama says, hu koydem libnoi. That just like in the case where you only have 5 slime, mitzvah didei adif, over here also, mitzvah didei adif, his mitzvah comes first. However, Rabbi Yehuda argues, what's the svara? Benoi koydmei she mitzvasa alav, evo mitzvahs benoi alav. So the Gemara explains, the svara is that Rabbi Yehuda holds, milva haksuva batayra, like pidyon aben, is kiksuva bishtar. And therefore, if you would go ahead and pay the b'nei chayri because of your own pidyon, so then the kohen would only get 5 slime. He wouldn't be able to go after the lekuches because could be the shibud of the lekuches came before the child was born. Therefore, rather give the b'nei chayri on behalf of your child, b'noi koydmei, and then there's no other money, but you still have a mitzvah pidyon haben, and for that, milva ksuva k'tayra k'ksuva b'shtar dami, the kohen's going to have the right to go bust your lekuches and to collect it. And thereby, the kohen will be able to get both money, and you will have the mitzvah pidyon haben, and your child will have the mitzvah pidyon haben.